Hello, my name is Henderson. I hate videos like this, so I'm just going to make it short and sweet. I also got another member along with me today. We are in an undisclosed location for Zone 5. We're working on our third contingency plan. There's a lot of things that we have to address, so the best way to address it is by video instead of typing up a big message. I got Justin with me. Justin over here. Is there anything that you'd like to say?
Yeah, just kind of a quick background on me. Prior military, Army infantry, 4 years active, a couple years inactive with the reserves. There's some things that we've been kind of finding out throughout the members, that some things they're prepared for and some things that they're not. And one of the things that we're finding is a lot of people are prepared with their ammunition and that kind of stuff, but we're finding that food storage and also importantly water storage or water purification systems are not readily in their to-go packs. So Merritt and I had been discussing some ways that the members can work up to that point. One of the things is to start small. Start with your 72-hour pack. Talk with your other members about kind of what they're carrying in their pack, and work with each other and bounce ideas off each other. And then once you get your 72-hour pack, then go for a month worth of food storage and a water supply. After that, let's try and get up to 6 months worth of food storage. You well know, there's a lot of things going on right now. We are not necessarily Democrats, Republicans, Libertarians. We're Americans. And with that said, we don't have a political agenda. What we do have is a love of America and a firm belief in the Constitution of the United States. And we are here to support and uphold that Constitution. One of the things that we really would like to see is members paying attention. I mean, if you guys see something, go ahead and contact your zone leader. Let them know what you're seeing, that kind of stuff. Because it may seem like a little bit of information. Maybe you've seen something. Maybe you've seen military vehicles moving. Maybe you've seen something that wasn't on the national news media but needs to be told. Because it all starts with little things, and those little things all combined make a bigger picture, and that helps us kind of evaluate where we are at with our stability here in the United States. Merritt, you got anything?
The biggest thing that a lot of people are confused about is AP 3% is 3%. AP does not want to fall under the title of a militia. There's a lot of reasons behind that, but the biggest thing is because a lot of government employees can't join militias, I just found out. Another thing too is you have to prep for people that you're going to bug out with. You can't bring everybody and their neighbor. You can only bring people that are going to bring something to the table, or somebody that you can provide shelter, food, and water for. Justin touched on a few warning signs, and that's the big thing. We have to watch for warning signs. A few warning signs that we need to keep our eyes on is Friday. Let's say some Friday the banks decide to close and you can't access your money for the weekend. That's going to be a huge sign that something's about to happen. Another big sign is news and Facebook just shutting off. If you see things like that, that's when it's time to hit the road. Is there anything that you'd like to touch on?
Yeah, and with these warning signs and that kind of stuff, as Merritt was touching on with, making sure that you have enough for the people you're bringing. So it's important now to have these conversations with your friends and your family and the people that you trust and that you feel, that you care about. Go ahead and let them know, hey, maybe you should put a little food back, you should put a little water back, and kind of let them know where you stand. It may just save their lives. because we all have food storage for the most part. Some have more than others, and if it's a 6-month deal or a year deal, and there's extra people that come that don't have rifles, ammunition, food storage, water, that means we're having to provide for them. And the number one thing that we are not going to do is we're not going to steal from other people. We are not that kind of people. We are here to uphold the law. We're here to follow the law. We're here to follow the Constitution, and we're also pro-government, but we're pro-government that does what it's supposed to and follows the Constitution. But you have to remember, tough times, people are going to do crazy stuff, but we're not going to be some of those people. We're not going to be. We're not for the anarchy. We're not for the no government. We're not for any of that stuff. So you have to be prepared to be able to feed your friends and your family and whoever that you're bringing when you leave. And you have to be prepared to defend what you have.
I agree, absolutely. Like, instead of buying your third firearm, maybe take that money and buy a few months of food. That's one thing that I'm finding out with most of the members, is everybody's buying all these cool weapons and stuff like that, but they don't have any food. Food storage is the most important thing next to firearms, I think. So, sure, buy a couple firearms, but trust me, there's a bunch of members that's got extra firearms and extra ammunition. We have that, but we don't have extra food. So the biggest thing that we have to do is really get our food storage together.
And if you have your weapons that you're comfortable with and you have your ammunition, some of the things to think about is reloading dies, primers, powder. The other things is internal parts that break, trigger mechanisms. Any of that stuff that can be a wear item, it doesn't hurt to go ahead and order that stuff and have an extra one sitting in your pack. Because you don't want to be up here and you have the one rifle that you're absolutely in love with, that you're great with, and have it break, and then there's nothing else.
I think that pretty much wraps it up.
Okay. I guess in closing, just if you have any questions, contact Merritt. We're always looking for more leadership roles by people. We're also looking for people to step up. Because if you're not active now and you're not actively, have your stuff, you have to plan it out as if it happens tomorrow and practice it. Practice your drills. Where are you going? What are you grabbing? What are you taking? Have your vehicles, make sure that your vehicles are always full of fuel. So, there's a bunch of little things, but, participation is number one. You can't sit back and say, I'm a member, and then when everything hits the fan and all the other members who were active and were, having their stuff together, and then think that you can come and freeload, because that's not what we're about. Everybody pulls their weight, everybody helps out, everybody has a skill, everybody has a useful tool. It's kind of like spokes in a wheel. So we're all part of making us go forward. So you have to bring something to the table, and you have to be active.
Cool. Yeah. I think that's good. I think we